Hello everyone, welcome to the series of lectures on the course Calculus and Numerical Methods. In this video, we are going to solve some problems based on the properties of the absolute values that we have seen in the last two lectures. So let's look at the first example. This says, uh, identify the set A which is defined to be the set of all real numbers x which satisfy this condition. So a condition is given to me which reads as modulus of 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 is equal to 2. And what I have to do is I have to identify all the real numbers x which will satisfy this equality, this equation. So just to try whether some elements, some real numbers are there in this set or no, we can try a few numbers. Let's say 0. So what I'll do, I'll take x is equal to 0. So I want to check whether 0 lies inside A or no. Okay. So I will drop 0 in the left hand side here. So that will give me 2 into 0 minus 3 upon 3 into 0 minus 2. And this is nothing but modulus of minus 3 by minus 2. And that's 3 by 2 and that's 3 by 2, which is not equal to 2. So when I put x equal to 0 in this expression here, I'm not getting 2 as my answer. That means I can conclude from here that 0 is not there in this collection A because it does not satisfy the defining property of A, which is this. So I can put this as star. So the 0 element x equal to 0 does not satisfy this property, right? So what we have to do is we have to find out all those real numbers x which will satisfy this condition star. Okay, so let's do this. So first of all, this 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 is inside the modulus, right? So if the term inside the modulus, this fraction, if it is positive, then its modulus will be itself, and if it is negative, then it will be the negative of itself. So there are two cases which are coming here. Case 1 is when, and these are the only two possible cases. Case 1 is when modulus of 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 is equal to itself, right? And the second one will be when this is equal to its negative. So if this is equal to this, now I have to find out which real numbers when I put here will give me 2. Okay, so now this expression will be 2 if and only if the 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 and its modulus will be equal to 2 if and only if this modulus we have in our case 1, it is equal to this 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 without the modulus. So this will be equal to 2 if and only if this is equal to 2, because these two are same. So this is going to be 2 if and only if 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 is equal to 2. Now when this will be equal to 2, that will happen if and only if I can cross multiply. So that will be 2x minus 3 is equal to, multiply this 2 here. So that will be 6x minus 4. So let's simplify this. That is going to happen if and only if I transfer this 6x this side and I transfer this 4 that side. So minus 4 plus, I transfer the 3 this side. So that is going to happen if and only if this is minus 4x and this is minus 1. And that is going to happen if and only if I can cancel out the negatives, and that is going to happen if and only if x is equal to 1 by 4. So in case 1, this absolute value will be equal to 2 only if and only if and only if the x here is 1 by 4. So now if you want to just in your rough work, you can do this. You can try to put 1 by 4 here and let's see what we are getting. So 2 into 1 by 4 minus 3 upon 3 into 1 by 4 minus 2. So let's try to compute this. This is nothing but half minus 3 upon, and this will be 3 by 2 minus 2, and the absolute value of that, of course, it's this. And now if you try to simplify this, how much will this turn out to be? That will be equal to 1 minus 6 by 2, right? 1 minus 3 2s are 6 by 2, that's minus 5 by 2, and this one will be 3 minus 8 by 4, so that will be minus 5 by 4. So I can write it this way. So minus 5 will go with minus 5 and I am left with 2. You cancel out this 2 and 4 and you are getting 2. So if you put x equal to 1 by 4 in this modulus expression here, you are getting 2. That means this element x satisfies the defining property of this set, and hence this x equal to 1 by 4 will be a part of the set A. Fine. Now case 2 is when this modulus is equal to negative of itself. So let's do that. Case 2 is when modulus of 2x minus 3 upon 3x minus 2 is its negative. So now let's start again. I want to find out when this will be equal to 2. So this will be equal to 2 if and only if, but this is nothing but this negative here. If and only if this expression is equal to 2. That will happen if and only if I can transfer the negative sign that side. 2x minus 3 is equal to, I'll transfer the negative and I'll directly multiply 3x minus 2 on that side. So this will be minus 2 into 3x. So minus 6x and minus 2 into minus 2, that's plus 4. That is going to happen if and only if 2x plus 6x is equal to 4 plus 3. And this is if and only if this is 8x is equal to 7, and that is going to happen if and only if x is equal to 7 by 8, right? So if this modulus is equal to its negative of itself, then the only point when it will belong to the set capital A is when x is equal to 7 by 8. And now if you try to put the 7 by 8 in this expression, you will see that this turns out to be equal to 2. So the only 2 points in the set A are, one is 7 by 8 and in the previous case it is 1 by 4. So the only 2 points are 1 by 4 and 7.8. So there are only two real numbers, 1 by 4 and 7 by 8, which will satisfy this condition star, and hence they are coming inside the set E. So what we have done is we have identified the set capital E. Alright, let's look at one more. So supposing I have to identify the set, let's say capital B, which is defined to be the set of all the real numbers x such that x plus 2 upon x minus 1 is strictly less than 4. So I have to find all those real numbers now for which this condition x plus 2 upon x minus 1 is less than 4 is satisfied. So I can name this as star. Right? So if you see x equal to 0, if you put x equal to 0 here, what you will get? 2 upon minus 1, that's minus 2. And minus 2 is less than 4. It satisfies the condition. That means the point x is equal to 0 is coming in the set B. If you put x equal to 1, the denominator is 0. That's not allowed. So x cannot be equal to 1 So the point 1 cannot come in this set, right? So this is only for you to get a rough idea what is happening. All right. So is the point x is equal to 10 coming in this set? If you put x is equal to 10, what you will get? 10 plus 2, that's 12. And here you will have 10 minus 1, that's 9. So you will be having the number 12 by 9, which if you cancel out will be 1 point some number, right? 1.3 it will be more or less. And it is less than 4, yes. So the point 10 is coming in this set. So now we will see which are all the points which are coming in the set B. So we have to look at the defining property here that says x plus 2 upon x minus 1 must be less than 4. So you must be tempting here to multiply this x minus 4 this side. That means multiply the x minus 1 term on both the sides so that this term gets cancelled. But you have to be careful while doing that because we don't know whether this x minus 1 is positive or negative. If it is positive, I can multiply, no problem. But when it is negative, the inequality will be reversed. So again, we will be looking at two cases. When x minus 1 is positive, this denominator is positive, and when it is negative. So let's look at case 1, wherein x minus 1 is positive. That is, x is strictly greater than 1. Right? So 1 is here and x is here somewhere. So if x minus 1, the denominator is positive, then I can multiply both the sides by x minus 1. Right? So what I'll get? Less than 4. This will imply, I can multiply this now, will be less than 4x minus 4 ones are 4. Right? So I can shift this x that side and this 4 this side. So this will imply 2 plus 4 is strictly less than 4x minus x, which will mean 6 is less than 3x. Divide both the sides by 3 and that will give you 2 is less than x. In other words, x is greater than 2. So all the points which are bigger than 2 will come in this set B from case 1. Right? All the points which are bigger than 2. And which are the points bigger than 2? So if I have the number line, the points which are bigger than 2 are all these points, and that is nothing but 2 comma infinity. Right? So this implies x belongs to the interval 2 comma infinity. So this is under case 1. Now if I look at case 2, when x minus 1 is negative, then because the denominator is negative, now what I'll have? X plus 2 upon x minus 1 is less than 4. Because it is negative and I multiply that, the inequality will be reversed. So I will have this with me. Now again, let's do the same thing. Let's simplify this. So this will be 2 plus 4 is bigger than 4x minus 3. This will mean 6 is bigger than, this is 3, no, this is x. So this is 6 is bigger than 3x. This will mean x is strictly less than 2. Or you can say 2 is bigger than x. This will mean x is strictly less than 2. Right? Now you need to be careful here, because when you started with case 2, you assumed that x minus 1 is negative, and this implies x is strictly less than 1. So along with this condition that you have obtained here, that x is less than 2, you should make sure that even this condition which you have assumed at the beginning of case 2 is holding true. Right? So what I need now, I have 1 and I have 2 here. According to this condition, x must be less than 2. So all these numbers will be coming under that. All these numbers are less than 2. Right? But when I go to the first condition that I assumed here, x must be less than 1, and I need only those x's which satisfies both the condition. So if you see x less than 1, these values which are marked in red, they satisfy this condition of being less than 1 as well as being less than 2. And if you look at points which are between 1 and 2, they satisfy this condition of being less than 2, but they do not satisfy the condition of being less than 1. So these points from here are not going to come between 1 and 2, right? So we conclude that finally x must be less than 1 and x must be less than 2. So this implies that x must be less than 1. Then only both the conditions will be satisfied. And this implies x is less than 1, meaning x will be inside minus infinity comma 1, this interval, because 1 is here, and less than 1 meaning all these numbers here on this side, right? So that's x will be coming inside this interval. So in case 1, which points will be coming inside A? The points in the open interval 2 comma infinity, and in the case 2, the points from minus infinity to 1 will be coming inside your set A. So we can conclude that the set A is the union of these two intervals, that is minus infinity comma 1 and union 2 comma infinity. Alright, so if you try to plot the set A here on the number line, how will it look? Let me plot that. So this is the set A now finally on the number line. I have 1, I have 2, and they are open here this way. And let me mark in some other color. I'll pick up red. So this is minus infinity comma 2, minus infinity comma 1 open, and this is 2 comma infinity open, right? And this is the set A which I have marked in red on the number line, and it is minus infinity to 1 union 2 comma infinity, this union of these two intervals. So this is how you handle problems with modulus, and sometimes you need to check the sign when you are multiplying the denominator on the other side. Now let's look at one more.
Subscribe to Simply Mathematical channel to get detailed explanation about the concepts and solutions of chapters and exercises of 11th as well as 12th class maths.
Let's try to identify this set, the third one. Let's call it A. This is the set of all real numbers x which satisfy this condition, and the condition is 3 minus 2x upon 2 plus x must be strictly less than 2. This is the set A. My question is, identify the set A. So if you look at the first problem that we did, we had the similar modulus here, but this was equality here, right? So, and it was very simple when it was equality. So even this one is a simple but slightly tricky. So we need to find all those real numbers x which satisfy this condition star. So modulus of 3 minus 2x upon 2 plus x, if that modulus is less than 2, then I will say that this point x is coming inside my set A, otherwise it is not coming. So finally we have to find all the points in A, right? So let's begin. Now if you look at this expression, the property star that we are talking about, it is of the form this, mod x less than A. You'll remember we did one of the properties, I don't know the property number. Mod x is less than A if and only if minus A is less than x and less than A. This is one of the properties. Now instead of x inside the modulus, I have 3 minus 2x upon 2 plus x, and instead of a, I have 2 here. So if I apply this property here, then this is same as saying this modulus is less than 2 if and only if minus 2 is less than 3 minus 2x upon 2 plus x, and that is less than 2. So for x to be inside A, it has to satisfy this inequality star. But satisfying star is same as satisfying this inequality because both of them are equivalent to each other. So saying that star, and if I name this double star, star and double star are the same properties, right? Because they are if and only if conditions. So if this is true, then this is true, and if this is true, then this is true. So both of them are equivalent. Now I have to clear the denominator 2 plus x. So if I multiply 2 plus x throughout, the denominator will disappear. One thing from here, it's clear that x cannot be equal to minus 2, because if x is minus 2, then the denominator will become 0, which won't be defined. So this number itself won't be defined. So when I'm multiplying the denominator on both the sides, as in the first example, we need to take care of the sign of the denominator. So again, there will be two cases coming here. When the denominator, this denominator 2 plus x is positive, and when it is negative, right? So we will deal with this in two cases. Case 1 is when this denominator 2 plus x is positive. So let's see what is happening when 2 plus x is positive. So under case 1, x will be coming inside the set A if and only if x satisfies the property star. But property star is equivalent to this property double star. And along with that, x has to satisfy this property also. So x will be coming inside A if and only if it satisfies this property, and along with this it satisfies the condition of case 1, that is 2 plus x is strictly positive. Now let's start simplifying this. We have assumed that 2 plus x is positive, so the denominator is positive, so I can multiply that throughout and the inequality will remain the same. So let me multiply this 2 plus x here, 2 minus 2. So I'll have minus 4, right? Minus 2x is strictly less than, this will remain as it is here, and that is strictly less than 2 2s are 4 plus 2x. And along with this, we must have 2 plus x positive. That means x must be bigger than 2. If you shift that to that side, you have this condition, right? So now this expression, we will break it into two parts. One is this, and the second one is this, right? So that will happen if and only if minus 4 minus 2x is less than 3 minus 2x. Along with this, what should happen? 3 minus 2x must be less than 4 plus 2x, and along with this, x must be bigger than minus 2. So x will come inside A under this case only when it satisfies all these three conditions, right? So let's simplify each of these conditions. So minus 2x and minus 2x here, when I transfer this minus 2x this side, that will disappear with this 2x, and I'll be left with the expression minus 4 is strictly less than 3. So that is if and only if minus 4 is strictly less than 3, the first condition. What is the second condition? 3 minus 2x is less than 4 plus 2x. So if I transfer this 2x this side, I'll have 4x and 3 minus 4 on this side. So 3 minus 4 is, I'll put it down first as it is. So 3 minus 4 is strictly less than 2x plus 2x. I hope that's correct. Yeah, 3 minus 4 is strictly less than 2x plus 2x, and along with this, x must be bigger than minus 2. Now, if you see the first condition, it says minus 4 is less than 3. And this is always true because 3 is bigger than minus 4. So I don't have to worry much about this condition because there is no x involved in it. So we won't get anything from here. It is always true. Now from here, minus 1 must be less than 4x and x must be bigger than minus 2. And that will happen if and only if this is as it is and I divide both the sides by 4. So x must be bigger than minus 1 by 4 and at the same time it must be bigger than minus 2. So if you plot these 2 points now on the number line, let me draw the number line. 0 is here. Minus 1 by 4 is minus 0.25. So it will be here and minus 2 is still less than that. Right? So points which are bigger than minus 1.1 minus 1 by 4 are these points here. Right? But points which are bigger than minus 2 are these points here. And I need those points which are satisfying both the conditions. If you see the points here which I'm marking red, those points are satisfying only one condition, but they are not satisfying the second condition. So they won't come in my set A. So which points will come in the set A finally? All the points which are bigger than minus 1.4, right? And that is going to happen if and only if that is same as saying x is bigger than minus 1 by 4. The other two conditions are redundant and we are not getting anything from the remaining two conditions. Now x is bigger than minus 1 by 4, that means x will be here where I am marking in white, and that is nothing but the open interval minus 1 by 4 comma infinity, and that will mean if and only if x belongs to the interval minus 1 by 4 comma infinity. So these points minus 1 by 4 comma infinity, this interval, open interval, will be a part of the set A. So if you pick up any point here which is in this interval, which is bigger than minus 1 by 4, it will satisfy the defining property of A here. That is, it will satisfy this property star. So under case 1, these points in the open interval minus 1 by 4 comma infinity are coming inside the set A. Right? Now case 2 is when this number 2 plus x, the denominator here is negative. So let me do that on a new page. So case 2 is when two plus x, that number is negative. So let's see what points of A we are getting under this case. So under this case, when 2 plus x is negative, x will be coming inside A if and only if it satisfies this condition. Right? So 3 minus 2x upon 2 plus x. So x will come in A if and only if minus 2 is less than 3 minus 2x upon 2 plus x, and that is strictly less than 2. And along with this, it should satisfy this condition of the second case of being less than minus 2. So if you transfer this 2 here, you have x is strictly less than minus 2. So both these conditions it should satisfy to come in A under this case, that is the second case. But when will that happen? Now 2 minus x is negative here. So when I multiply this term throughout, the inequality will be reversed. Other things will be the same. So let's multiply. So I multiply this here first. I have minus 4 minus 2x. This less than will become greater than because I am multiplying by a negative number. 3 minus 2x will remain as it is. This will get reversed. And here I have 4 plus 2x. And along with this, I should have x less than minus 2. Right? So that will happen if and only if, again I will break this condition into two conditions in this way. This has to be bigger than 3 minus 2x. Along with this, 3 minus 2x must be bigger than 4 plus 2x. And along with this, x must be less than minus 2. So again, if you transfer this minus 2x that side, it will become plus 2x and it will cancel off with this minus 2x. And I have minus 4 is bigger than 3. But can this condition be true anytime? No. This is always false because minus 4 is not bigger than 3. So from here itself, you can say that all the conditions, all the three conditions are not satisfied by the point x under this case. Right? So, but I will just finish this. Actually, this is not required anymore. But I will quickly go through that. So minus, I'll have minus 1 bigger than 4x and x less than minus 2. Okay, so even without looking at the second and the third condition, I can conclude that none of the real numbers x will come in A under this case, right? Because this condition will never be satisfied. So the first condition is always false, right? The first condition is always false. So in case 2, in this case, none of the real numbers will come in A. So from this case, I am not getting any point in A. And these were the only two cases, correct? But from the first case, we have obtained this interval, minus 1 by 4 comma infinity open interval. So finally, we can conclude that our set A is nothing but the open interval minus 1 by 4 comma infinity. And if you try to plot it on the number line, you can have 0 here. So minus 1 by 4 will be somewhere here. And I can mark that in red, open interval. And the points which I am marking in red are actually the points of A. So if you pick up any point here now, it will satisfy the condition star that is required. Here, this condition star, it will satisfy. But if you pick up any point which is not there in this, say here, so none of the points from here which are bigger than or equal to minus 1 by 4 are going to satisfy this condition. So those points are not coming inside the set. So the only points in A are these points, open interval minus 1 by 4 comma infinity. Okay, so we have identified the set A in this example. And these are my references. Thank you.